You're watching another Element Eval.
What?
What's happening, all my woods people? If you're looking for gear reviews and other things outdoors, make sure to subscribe to see more just like this video. Today, we're reviewing the Fit IQs from Meindl. But
it says Meindl right here, by Meindl. Fit IQ by Meindl. So.
Yeah. I bought these boots before heading to the mountains of northern British Columbia, and after 2 trips there and countless miles on public lands here in Texas, I have a lot of thoughts about them. So as usual, we'll talk about the bad first. It's been very hard to come up with something I don't like about these boots. I guess if I had one thing to say about them that was bad, it would be that these are really kind of a 3-season boot. There's no insulation in them, so as a whitetail hunter, here in the South I can get away with it quite a bit of the season, but when you get below about 40 degrees, you really start to feel it in your toes with these boots sitting in the tree stand. So if you're not moving around and you're not walking much, I would say get a more insulated boot. So let's move on to the good. I love these boots. This is German engineering at its finest. I mean, frankly, this boot is tough as a boot. I've run everywhere through the Greenbrier of Texas to the granite peaks of British Columbia mountains with these things and have not really even had a tear or much of a scuff at all on these things. In fact, if you've watched my snake boot review that I did recently, you'll notice how I've talked about several of the locust thorns that are really big, and I've walked probably literally 100 miles on lands here in Texas amongst those locust thorns and have not had a single one pierce through the sole of these shoes, which in about 3 months I've had 3 do that to the Venom boots. So super tough, super well made on the sole. I like it a lot. While we're talking about the sole, I don't know what it is about the grip of these soles, and I don't know, I'm sure it has something to do with engineering, which sounds like almost kind of like a sales point, and I'm not trying to sell these boots, but they are awesome. These boots have not slipped anywhere I've been, really. I've been from muddy creek bottoms at 400 feet of elevation all the way up to the sheep slopes at 6,500 in British Columbia in these things. And I literally have been on so many different surfaces that I thought, surely I'm going to slip. I need to be very careful, and I just don't slip. I mean, they have super good grip. Another thing I really like about these boots is that they are truly waterproof. They've got the Gore-Tex signature here to tell you that they are, and that's good stuff. I've never put wax on these boots. Last year in Colorado, after having them for almost 2 years, we got caught in a rainstorm about 2 miles from the truck while we were hunting elk. And on the way back, I mean, it was pouring the whole time. I walked through mud puddles and through the pouring rain in these things, and my feet were completely dry after walking a long ways for a long time in soaking wet rain. I also was in the 5-degree temperatures when winter hit in British Columbia, and snow was everywhere in these boots, and never had any wet feet issues at all. Like I said, never waxed them or anything. They're truly waterproof. Just make sure when you get back to camp that you don't put them underneath where the tent is leaking the water into, because then you actually will need to dry them out on the inside. Continuing on, this boot is super comfortable. I had a little hot spot in British Columbia climbing up an extensive, very steep sheep slope. But other than that, walking around on the flat land, I've never had any problems at all. I usually put a little athletic tape as a precaution on my heels, which are very narrow if I'm in sheep country or something very steep. But man, they're super comfortable, no problems at all. Model number, I'm an idiot, just want to smash these into my face. Oh. I've heard or seen several sheep guides and hunters that trust Meindl boots. That's why I bought them, and I frankly see why they trust them in that sharp, rugged country. They're super tough, comfortable, durable, waterproof, all things that you need. I recommend them for any type of hunting, really, except for maybe, like I said in the beginning, tree stand when it's cold. These boots are awesome, and you know, really it's about the Meindl name, I think, more than about which model you end up buying. I think you can't go wrong wearing Meindl. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more gear reviews from us. See ya.